Bill Levinson, Managing Partner with Levinson and Associates. First off, I just want to apologize for the delay. We had an issue with the GoToWebinar software, but everything is fine now. I also want to take a second and introduce Joseph Loughran, our Marketing Vice President, who's going to be presenting with me today. We're also giving away a free 16-gigabyte tablet to the 150th registrants of today's webinar. So we will announce the winner at the end of today's call. We're going to run for about 35 to 40 minutes, so we're going to be pretty quick here. We're going to move through the slides pretty quickly because we have a lot to cover. But like I always say, take out a pen and paper, jot down any questions that you have, or if you have an idea that that comes to your mind and you say, oh, this would be great, I want to start to market this tomorrow, just jot it down, because we all know if you don't write it down, by the time the end of the webinar comes, you get sidetracked, and that's the end of the great idea. So we will help you with anything that you see that you need more info on or more material, or if you need a customized marketing piece, we can help you with that as well. We do have some great stuff here, and what I'm most excited about, it's been about 4 years now since we launched this exclusive platform, but what I love about this is it really is a huge differentiator. Okay, you can go out there and market to seniors, to grandparents, to parents. You can go, let's say you're in the final expense market or mortgage protection. You can go out there and, of course, you know, pitch your same competitive products, but add some value-added points here and say, you know what, yes, the competitor Johnny down the street who's trying to sell you a mortgage protection term product is very competitive, and it comes from a A-rated company, and I have the same product or similar product, but I'm giving you a free 1-year scholarship for little Johnny and little Susie at no additional charge or premium to you, Mr. Client. They're going to buy from you every single time, okay? Why are they going to buy from you? Even if they like John the agent a little better, they're going to buy from you because you're giving the value added here for no extra money. So even if they like that agent better, you're going to buy this, you're going to get the sale every single time. Okay? So just think about it as a no-brainer. You as the agent do not take a commission reduction. The client doesn't pay any additional premiums. Okay? It's strictly 100% complimentary value-added proposition. Even if the client doesn't have children or grandchildren, they're still interested in this because we can assign this to an unborn child. So when the child is born, we can then assign all the points to that child. Even if that family, or let's say it's grandparents, let's say maybe they don't have any blood children, you can transfer this to any blood relative, cousins. You can transfer to a niece, nephew. So really the points never go away. So there's a lot of value here. And we put together a complete turnkey marketing platform that's going to help you share the story. All of a sudden now you're not just pitching life insurance, you're also talking about planning for little Johnny's future college education. So now, of course, you're a financial planner, but you can also talk about college planning, which is a great designation to add to your business card. We even have different courses, so you can learn about the different lingo and terms that has to do with college planning, college scholarships, college funding, if you will. So great stuff we put together for you. We're going to dive into everything today. It's very exciting, and one thing that you have to remember, your competitors don't have this program. This is only available through Levinson and Associates with our carriers. Okay, there are other IMOs that market one indexed UL with the platform, but everything is limited. There's minimum premium requirements. There's only one product available that's like 4 times the price as a typical indexed UL. So they really tie your hands when it comes to this. But at Levinson, there's no minimum premium. You can sell almost every one of our products, which we'll go over in a few minutes. It's a no-brainer and a win-win for the client, for you, and for us. Okay, last, before I move forward here, we just got this testimonial, and in fact, I think the agent is on the call with us, but it really meant a lot to me when I saw this, because we all work so hard to try to help our agents be more productive and make more sales, okay, and ultimately help more clients with life insurance protection. So this came through yesterday. I didn't even ask for it, okay, and he just sent this email, which I thought was huge, and it's in yellow there in the top left corner. It says, "Thanks, Bill. So far, I sold 8 prospects part-time off the mortgage protection leads in less than 30 days. I'm also juggling 2 careers, so I would say I'm off to a pretty good start. By the way, I like your incentive that you offer to transfer agent codes or contracts. From an agent's point of view, this definitely stands out from the IMO competition or space." Okay, that's huge. In fact, we put this on our Facebook page. The agent is actually going to be on our May 5th Leads webinar. So he's going to give some insight, talk about some strategies and different secrets and stuff that he's using to help our agents. He's on the whole opposite side of the country, so it really helps out. And I like the fact that his message is coming from a street agent just like you guys and girls call. That's a big, big plus in my book. Okay, moving forward here. Joe's going to talk about our upcoming agent training events, and then we'll talk about some new sales contests, and we'll dive into the presentation. Joe?
Yeah, thanks, Bill. I just wanted to cover some upcoming training webinars for next week. You can actually access every single one of our upcoming training webinars for about the next month and a half right on CarrieLevinson.com as soon as you log into the website. So actually on Tuesday, which is May 3rd at 1:30 p.m. Eastern, we're going over Annuity e-applications and specifically Annuity e-app training. So we're going to walk you through that entire process from start to finish. Of course, our in-house annuity division is headed up by Josh Hoffman. He is at extension 23. So anything having to do with annuities, whether you're new to the industry or you need a little refresher course, Josh is your go-to resource for everything having to do with annuities. On Wednesday, which is the 4th at 2 p.m. Eastern, we're actually having a neat webinar workshop where we're covering working with small business owners. So we're going to be talking about different ways to get your foot in the door, different concepts, things you need to know about when talking to those small business owners and how to really strengthen their business and put together succession plans for those groups. So definitely a very, very valuable webinar. On Thursday, which is the 5th, like Bill mentioned, we're actually covering at 2 p.m. Eastern that exclusive mortgage lead program. We're going to be hearing from a couple agents using the program, go over the specifics, and really show you how you can generate more business. Of course, every single one of these webinars is recorded and actually posted to the YouTube channel, so you can go to YouTube. We've actually got over 120 different videos. You can watch anything from product training to just how to navigate CarrieLevinson.com and access some of our neat agent tools as well.
Okay, thanks, Joe. So as of the 1st of this year, we have put together an all-new, updated annuity division headed up by Josh Hoffman in our office. And Josh is a CLU, CHFC, master's in business. He is brilliant, and I can't encourage you enough to pick up the phone, call Josh, get some great sales ideas. If you have any transfer rollover questions, tax questions, he is the man. He used to work in the competition unit at the MetLife home office, so he is very well educated, and I can't say it enough. Take advantage of Josh's resources and skills, and even if you never sold an annuity, literally get on the phone with him. He will give you all of the materials that are needed and quotes so you can speak to your client intelligently and make the sale. Okay, along with our updated annuity division rollout, we put together an annuity sales contest called Kick Assets. And as you can see, I'm not going to go over every single level here, but starting at just $100,000 of premium, okay, that's basically 1 or 2 annuities, okay, that's not a lot of money. We will pay a full year for your E&O coverage. And our E&O policy covers B-plus rated or better companies. So that's a big plus. We completely pay for the entire year just by writing $100,000. At $250,000, we will either give you $500 in cash or a batch of complimentary annuity leads, including the actual postage, printing of the mailers. We have a complete turnkey system that goes along with this annuity mailer lead program. So we give you the option. And then, as you can see, at $500,000 or $500,000, we give you a full Las Vegas package or 3-day cruise or $1,000 cash. So totally up to you. And then obviously it goes one level higher at $750 at $1,500 cash or 2 deluxe vacations. Totally up to you. So of course we pay top commissions, great service with Josh Hoffman at the wheel, and an awesome incentive program. So everybody should take note of the annuity division. Even if you've never sold an annuity before, that's what we're here for, to help you and hold your hand every step of the way. Okay, also just launched at the end of 2015, the first ever Levinson exclusive E&O policy underwritten by AIG. What I love about our exclusive program, it's about 20% less than our competitors. This is a co-op deal for Levinson agents only, but it does cover all of your contracts, not only through Levinson. So keep that in mind. $395, $1 million of coverage. The best part, covers B-plus rated companies or better. Most E&O policies cover A- rated companies or better. So that's big, especially in the annuity world. You simply go to our website, apply online in minutes, print your certificate, you are done. So this is the best program around, I promise you. And if you know agents, okay, that are in the, obviously if they're in the life or annuity business, bring them over. We'll put them in your hierarchy and they could take advantage of all these great programs just like you are. So basically you're in the loop, okay? You can log into Broker Gear on our website so you could see all of your business, all of your downline's business, and we do everything from there. So why not sit back, make 5 or 10% of an override just for referring a friend who's a licensed agent. So great stuff there, great way to make a few extra bucks and supplement your income. You've probably seen by now our brand new CarrieLevinson.com website. We have all the latest and greatest technology. We have our mobile app that we're about to launch any day now. So really, really cool. From the mobile app, you'll be able to do everything. Just like you're in front of your desktop computer, you can literally underwrite clients, get full assessments, run quotes, use the drop tickets or e-applications, all from your cell phone on a Sunday afternoon. You can do everything from A to Z. By the time Monday morning rolls around, we're back in the office. We see everything. It's processed at the home office, and you do nothing. So great stuff. You'll be able to download it free from iTunes or your Android app store, all, of course, no charge to our agents. Okay, moving forward here, we're going to dive into our lead generating scholarship platform. And Joe is going to dive into the first slide, but I just want to mention 5 important bullets that are not on the slide in front of you. Where else, okay, can you take advantage of a marketing platform for no cost, okay? Your client doesn't pay extra for it. A, you can give them a $500 scholarship gift certificate just by meeting with you. They don't even have to buy a policy. That could be done over the phone, on a webinar, at a seminar, anything that you want to do. As long as you bring up the program, you fill out the certificate, hand it to them, that's $500 for free. Number 2, $500 referral fee. So if Johnny, who just got the gift certificate, refers Susie, his neighbor, to you, Johnny gets another $500 in his tuition rewards account. Number 3, where else can you find $500 more for an annual policy review? Okay, that's huge. So what that says is Johnny, the client, just by meeting with you a year from today, when he buys the policy, you can give him another $500 in his tuition rewards account. So that's 3 ways that the client can build points and dollars for scholarship, which is going to help your business and keep your name in front of your clients. You have to remember, for the client to retrieve their points and get more points every year, they have to work with you. So what does that say for your persistency? It keeps everything on the books and keeps your name in front of your clients. And the last bullet here is, think about how great this is. How many agents do you know that would also love to participate in the program? So bring them over and build your downline. Make 5, 10, 15% of an override just by making the introduction. So there's a lot of value here. Sit back, take notes, enjoy the presentation. Joe?
Yeah, thanks, Bill. So I'm going to go ahead and dive right in. We've got some great examples of how the scholarship program can be paired with certain products. But basically, I'm going to kind of give you an overview. This program is available through SAGE. It's basically a rewards program that offers your clients a guaranteed scholarship at about 351 plus colleges in about 45 different states. So basically, the way that this program works, I'm sure everybody is familiar with airline reward points. Based on which airline you fly and how many times you fly, you accumulate miles, and then you redeem them for free, basically free airfare tickets. So this works the same way, but clients are getting rewarded for working with you as their insurance agent. We have a whole grouping of different products they can use, and as they earn different reward points, those points earned are then used for discounts off of the tuition costs. And the maximum amount that a client can actually use is up to 1 free year of college tuition. So if you meet with a client, like Bill mentioned, you give somebody that free 500 points. Initially, that 500 points is equivalent to a $500 discount off that cost of college tuition. So we're going to show you a couple ways to really accumulate some scholarship reward points and really break down just how neat this program is. Like Bill mentioned, you're going to help clients out. You're going to create loyal customers from life, and you're going to create an ongoing stream of client referrals, like Bill mentioned, with that client system where you can give an additional 500 points for referring a neighbor or a family member or a friend of that client. It makes it very, very easy to actually add additional clients and prospects to your pipeline. So Bill's going to go over a couple statistics here to show you just how large this program actually is and how it's grown over the last several years.
Thanks, Joe. So some of the new updates that we wanted to go over is we have a bunch of new carriers and products on board. We have a streamlined system that helps you enroll your clients easier and faster, literally through 30 seconds on an email. It's so simple now. So we wanted to talk about that. We also wanted to talk about the latest numbers that just came in. As you can see at the very top, tuition reward points. Okay, each point is $1. They were at $43.6 million were submitted to all member colleges. That's a 32% increase over the prior year. Enrollment is almost 400,000 students have been enrolled in tuition rewards. We have a record of 57,250 new students in 2015. We are adding, on the average, 1 to 2 new colleges per month in almost every state in the U.S. So even if that client says to you, oh, my son or daughter is going to Florida State University and they're not on the list, that's okay. We're adding so many colleges to the list every month that we might have that preferential school in the next month or 2 or year, okay? Or B, even if that child doesn't use the program, give it to Johnny's sister Susie or Johnny's cousin or your niece or nephew, any blood relative. The points are completely transferable. So again, no brainer. Joe?
Yeah, thanks, Bill. I want to actually dive into a neat diagram we put together that kind of shows how the scholarship reward points. Now, Bill mentioned you can actually give clients free scholarship points with no purchase necessary. I'm going to go over that in the next slide, but it's a very, very simple, easy process. Unlike some of the other scholarship programs that are out there, we've actually modified the scholarship program so that once your client enrolls in the program, it's absolutely turnkey. You don't have to go in. You don't have to manually enter them. So the way it's going to work is just for a client speaking with you or meeting with you or even purchasing an eligible scholarship product, they're going to receive those tuition reward points, and then those parents or grandparents, whoever they may be, even aunts and uncles, they're going to add as many students to their account as they like. So this works great where there's multiple children or multiple grandchildren. Those sponsors can actually allocate those reward points depending on which student is going to be attending college that next year or the next coming 2 or 3 years. So you'll see in this example, as that client progresses through this policy, they're going to be earning additional scholarship reward points. And when it comes time for that student to attend those colleges, everything is done behind. They actually electronically submit those discounts to that college, and then that member college sends a discounted tuition bill. So the client doesn't have to worry about any sort of money changing hands. Everything is done behind the scenes, which makes it very simple and very easy for agents to actually process this program and keep going out and generating additional leads. My next slide here dives into exactly how clients earn those additional points. Now, we already covered that one reward point is equivalent to a $1 guaranteed minimum scholarship. So as we go through this chart here, a pre-sale activity, maybe you have clients attend a seminar or even a webinar or even just have a quick phone call with you about the scholarship program, they're initially going to receive at absolutely no cost 500 points for each of those activities. If they do decide to purchase an eligible product, which we'll be covering in a couple slides, they get 4,500 points. And then Bill mentioned there's also a referral bonus built in. So if you work with a client and they love the program so much they refer their neighbor, that client gets an additional 500 points. So as you can see, it's very, very easy and very simple to actually start to accumulate a lot of tuition reward points very, very early on in this process. Now, starting in year 2 and thereafter, as long as the policy is in force, so as long as that policy anniversary is reached, there's automatically an additional 2,000 points that are actually sent to that client's account. So that's already working in the background for that client. And then like Bill mentioned, for annual policy reviews, you're giving an additional 500 points to that client. And that's really something that I think is very, very strong in this program. To set up an annual review with your client is great to learn about all the life changes, but how great would it be to actually show up to that annual review instead of just talking to that client and saying, well, I'm here to help you. You actually give them an additional $500 off that college education. You can do that every single year and actually show them how they can even give you more referrals and actually build up that sales pipeline even further. So in this example, with actually really just a couple referrals, that client can actually, in year 19, be up to just under 50,000 reward points, and that's actually about $50,000 off the cost of college education, even if you want to split it up amongst multiple children or multiple students. So very, very easy to accumulate points very quickly.
Okay, here's a good example. Now, we all know how competitive the final expense market is, or mortgage protection. So now, not only do you have the most competitive products, but you're coming in with a completely different story. Okay, let's say for Susie, the grandparent, for her grandkids. Okay, so you're quoting the #1 final expense product, in this case 65-year-old, non-tobacco, $25,000. This is all simplified issue. It's $100 a month. Okay, so yes, Susie has the $25,000 death benefit guaranteed if something were to happen, but you're also talking to Susie about college funding for little Johnny. Okay, so yes, she's buying the insurance anyway, but by working with you, she's getting this scholarship program. So now she's wearing 2 hats. Okay, very important. Life insurance and a scholarship account, okay, that grows every year. So if you look at the bottom here, let's say in 19 years when little Johnny now starts college, okay, look at the benefit. Now this is a tiny final expense policy that's $100 a month, but look at the great benefit at year 19 when Johnny starts his 1st or 2nd year of college, okay? On the bottom, if we look at the left column, paid up benefit of $16,150. So that's cash value. If you add that to the bottom right column of $41,000, you have a total of $57,150 to be used for little Johnny's college education. That could pay for 2 years, depending on the school and the cost of living adjustments. But let's just say for a tiny final expense policy, what a great added value for no additional premium. Okay, she is paying, Susie, the client, is going to pay for half of Johnny's 4-year education by buying a tiny little final expense policy from you, the agent. You become Superman or Superwoman by bringing this up to your clients. Now, the same thing goes for term with return of premium, indexed UL, whole life. Imagine what this would look like on an indexed UL for a 35-year-old, okay, with maybe $600 or $700 a month of premium with a huge death benefit, huge cash value, and a great scholarship attached. So your mind can just wander and think of all the different ways that you can market the program. Lots of value here. I personally love this. Now, what we just added to the program is new carriers, okay? Very important. Before, we were limited to just a handful of products, but now, between Kansas City Life, American National, Fidelity Security Life, Assurity, those are all the companies now that qualify for the program. We even have vanilla term insurance, term with ROP, indexed UL, critical illness, disability, guaranteed issue products. That's a big plus. UL, whole life, and even annuities. We even have, now just put this hat on for a second. You're working the senior market, okay, and you're talking to grandparents about different insurance products or even health insurance, whatever it is that opens the door, right? So now you bring up a whole life policy, let's say final expense for $20,000 through StarMount. The premium starts at just $5 a month. Okay, it's client-driven app, so the client goes online on your website, fills out the app in minutes, gets approved instantly, the policy gets mailed right to the client, and Susie, the grandmother, just gave little Johnny 1 free year tuition with the scholarship program, above and beyond her final expense product that she spends $5 a month on. I don't know what grandparent is going to say no to $5 a month for giving Johnny 1 free year tuition at his or her preferred college. Huge plus there, $5 a month. Nobody says no. This is the ultimate door opener once you get your hands wrapped around it. Joe's going to show you the various marketing materials that we have put together. We have some new stuff that I think you'll love. Then we'll show you some neat resources that will help you sit down with your client and talk about college planning and what school is right for little Johnny or little Susie. Joe?
Thanks, Bill. And I just wanted to answer, somebody actually had typed in a question, which is a great question, which is, does the child's policy qualify for scholarship benefits? And I think, Bill, you just answered that, but the answer is yes. Even if it's a $5 a month policy, that qualifies for the scholarship tuition reward points. So there's no minimum premium like some of the other programs out there. So I just wanted to answer that question. Also, like Bill mentioned, we do have a lot of great tools associated with the program. Like I was mentioning before, we make this entire process completely turnkey. You don't have to manually enter anything in. We basically send your clients a link and your agent code for the scholarship program, which is provided by our office. That client can go in, enter in all their information, enter in basically all the students' information, and redeem those reward points. The best part about this is you're going to be gathering additional information on that client. So you're going to actually be able to use that in the annual reviews and in the referral request to actually build up that portfolio and help that client with different sort of products and different sort of family members that may also be looking for that product as well, or for this scholarship program. Now, as far as the materials, we've put together a complete suite of products. I'm going to actually start in the top left-hand corner here. We do have an agent retail website, which we're going to show you an example of in just a couple minutes. This is basically a website where clients can go to learn more. You need to have that online presence. A lot of agents that use this program also promote it through social media, whether it's through their Facebook page or for their LinkedIn account. They link everything back to their agent retail website where clients can go learn more about the program. We even have products where that client can run a quote, apply for coverage and get approved instantly and have that policy in their inbox in about 15 to 20 minutes. So the whole entire platform is extremely turnkey. Moving over to the middle here, we have email marketing templates and a platform which allows you to consistently drip market on your clients specifically for the scholarship program. So we have different email campaigns targeted at both grandparents and parents, and even people with children who are very young, looking for that college education fund or that program to actually target them and show them how great this program can be. Now on the very top, on the far right-hand side, we have something called the Professor 101 Training. This is basically a suite of articles and training materials that will actually make you a college planning expert. So you're going to become familiar with how the tuition reward points work. You're going to become familiar even with the FAFSA form, with financial aid. You're also going to learn some great tips and hints to actually help prepare those parents for actually going to college. So things like mastering entrance exams, what they should be learning about the colleges. We also have on the bottom left there scholarship website resources. This is actually a College Navigator website which lists every college in the country. It lists the tuition costs. It lists the actual average income of the students and their parents that attend those colleges. Everything you want to know about the colleges and statistics, it'll actually give you that detail so you can look at what even the inflation calculation is going to be for 18 years from now and calculate what that cost of college will be. And then on the bottom right-hand side here, we do have direct mail marketing pieces. We can get these out to anybody that's interested. We do have a trifold brochure. We also have some additional material that's targeted for grandparents as well. So these are great, very, very well put together marketing pieces you can use to actually market directly to anybody who's interested. Now we also have a website dedicated to the scholarship program that we developed here at Levinson and Associates called yourfreecollegescholarship.com. This is actually going to have some consumer videos, some client material. This is basically an overview of everything that's going on with the scholarship program. Anytime there's an update to the program, we actually post all the material on that website. So definitely take a look at that if you're interested. Again, it's yourfreecollegescholarship.com. And on the right-hand side, we actually have a certificate of sponsorship for the tuition rewards program. So I mentioned earlier an example where actual agents are hosting meetings or seminars. You can advertise that free 500-point scholarship just for a meeting. A lot of agents will host meetings where they give away, breakfast or dinner. Instead of having to spend all that overhead, you can give away a free 500-point tuition reward certificate. And then once that client attends that seminar and you've explained the program, they actually become eligible for the complete scholarship program. So a great way, you can even email those or print those and mail those to clients, a great way to really drum up some additional business.
Okay, thank you, Joe. We're just about done here, second to last slide. Now, if you're using our free websites on INS Professional, or if you already have your own website, I suggest going to the INS Professional site, looking at the demo, and we have a scholarship tab built in to all of our free sites. So this creates the sizzle so your client will say, wow, I didn't know Bill Levinson also offers free scholarships, and there's 355 schools in the program. I have to find out more. Well, we have a automated form there at the bottom where the client puts in their name, number, email, so you get an email instantly that says, hey, Bill Levinson, Susie is interested in the scholarship program. You obviously pick up the phone, call Susie, talk about the program, and make the sale. So we have some great ideas. We already put everything together for you, but if you have your own website already, use some of our ideas and do the same thing on your website and your Facebook page, okay? Because I promise you, it's a simple black and white solution where you put an article that we already put together, or maybe a phrase that talks about, hey, see me about free scholarships, and list or show some good examples. It will drum up the sizzle that you need, and people will start asking you, hey, tell me more about this. See, all of a sudden, and we all know this, but life insurance is just not something a lot of people want to talk about. But all of a sudden, what you're going to find is people do want to talk about their children's education. So you're looked at in a totally different way now. I promise you it works. It's a completely new spin, and it definitely works and opens doors. All you need to do is get your foot in the door to tell your story, and everybody is going to be open ears for this one. Okay, so the last slide here, and then we'll close today's call. I love Mark Cuban, Tony Robbins. I'm a big motivational guru, if you will. I love this last saying. It's work like there is someone working 24 hours a day to take it all away from you. I always say every day you have to wear two hats. The one looking forward to see what's coming next. You want to be one step ahead of your competition, just like a scholarship program in marketing. Okay, the other hat has to look directly straight, looking at your day-to-day business, making sure everything gets done. Very important here. Us, as an IMO, we do the same exact thing, and we hope all of our carriers are looking at business the same way. We're here to hold your hand every step of the way, and our promise to you is we're constantly going to make our platforms bigger and better. Our tablet winner, the 150th registrant for today's presentation, is Frank T. That's Frank T. Congratulations. We'll mail that out as soon as Monday. Have a wonderful